And thank you so much for being on the show. You're here with Sharon. The show is called Real Talk with Sharon. So I appreciate you taking out your busy time to sit down and talk with us. Let your fans know what you have been up to and where they can follow you on social media.
All social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. It's all I Am Parlae, IAMPARLAE. Follow my YouTube page, OG Talk the podcast. Follow my podcast, OG Talk in the apartment with Parlay. But besides that, man, I've been into the podcast for like a year now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been like almost a year. I'm about a month.
Yeah.
I'm about a month away from being a year.
Yeah,
what
I
I'm saying?
saw that. I saw that.
I've been coaching. Got one of the top youth programs in Georgia. Been giving back community work. Been into the politics. Getting people elected. You know what I'm saying? Just using my voice for positivity.
Okay, that's amazing. Now where did you grow up?
I grew up on the west side of Atlanta on Bankhead, and
Okay.
projects called Born Homes. Same project, Shot Low, D4L, Shot Boys, all us from the same projects. So I grew up watching them, seeing them, and playing around with all them.
Oh, amazing. Well, that's good. So, how was it like? What was it like growing up there?
The typical projects, man. There's poverty going on around you. And everybody who comes from there, either one, you get sucked into it or you try to figure out a way to make it out. You know what I'm saying? So really them the two situations that you got, and I was just fortunate to organically find a way to, take care of my family.
Okay. At what age were you when you realized you could rap and was good at it?
Well, actually, I never wanted to be a rapper, never tried to be a rapper, never thought about being a rapper. You know what I'm saying? It's just I did a song for Language Arts Festival at my high school one time, so I can get out of school. You know what I'm saying? I had to go to class the whole period, and the whole school just went crazy about it. You know what I'm saying? I would say it's a poem, verse. So for like this was I was in 10th grade. So my 10th grade year, my 11th grade year, my 12th grade year, people always try to get me to rap, but I really went into the rapping. I just did it just for a purpose. So my group member Pimpin', but we both of us played on the high school team, on varsity basketball team in 11th grade.
Okay.
So in 12th grade, he went to another school. We bumped back into each other in college. And he was making beats, and I was like, remember that song I had? He was like, yeah. And I recorded the song. And when I recorded the song, it went crazy in school. And it just went crazy from there. All the colleges I went to, I brought it back home to Atlanta, to Bankhead, to the Pool Palace. It just went up. From there, seeing that response from everybody let me know that that song was a good song. I still wasn't trying to be a rapper. I still wasn't on being a rapper, but that let me know that I had something tangible.
Right. Okay. When did you meet the other three members of Dem Franchise Boyz?
Like I said, Pimp, and Buddy, all of us went to the same high school. So we still all us from the west side of Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? And Buddy used to hang with each other because he hung with two guys. He hung with two guys from our projects. So we used to gamble, play basketball, gamble, all like that. So when they graduated before me, so they was like, you might well come to school. You know what I'm saying? And so Buddy ended up talking me into going to college.
Okay.
Then I ran into Pimpin' again in college. And I met Jizzle when we got home from college. Jizzle he got kicked out in 9th grade, and he stayed in the same projects called Allen Temple with Pimpin'. Okay. So when I came back and I started going to Allen Temple with Pimpin', that's when I met Jizzle.
Okay. Now, what was it like for you guys when you first got started?
Like I say, I was in school and the song that I had was the biggest song in the streets, well, in the underground. But I still wasn't tripping on doing music. I really wasn't. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, I was a typical project kid, you know? It's either I was gonna play sports or I was gonna be a dope boy. I mean, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no dreams or inspiration to do nothing else. You know what I'm saying? For most people who come from the circumstances. So I never tried to do music. You know what I'm saying? So when I came home and I seen that the music real popular, when I I would be trapping in my projects, and when it got hot and the police used to roll through, I would leave and I would go to Allen Temple.
Okay.
And when I go to Allen Temple, then I would just go over there in my downtime. I just do music until they told me the police was gone. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of got me to recording songs. So, you know, like probably 8 months, 8 to 10 months. It was less than a year for me recording my first song. I had a deal for $500,000.
Oh wow, really? Oh,
Yeah.
that was amazing. A lot of people, I didn't know that, and I know I followed you and listened to your music, and we've been singing all day. Lean with it, rock, lean with it, rock. That was a huge when that song alone, you know, was huge, and I used to love you guys, and I grew up on your music, so I'm a huge fan, most of all, and
Respect.
so yes, we still listen to the music because I like I'm born in the 70s, so I like, you know, music back when I was growing up, and I still listen to it. I still download uh music on my platform, well, not my platform, but on from different platforms, and I just play it on my speakers, and I still listen to you guys' music. So like I said, I'm a huge fan. So when I had the opportunity to interview you, I was kind of excited, and so you know, it's amazing to even just, you know, be here talking with you. So um, you guys left a mark, so you're gonna always be remembered for those different musics and songs that you had. So I appreciate you guys for giving us that good music.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now when and how did you guys get discovered? Who discovered you?
Um, the streets. That's why I said, like, this song I had, it was called Money. It was the hottest song in the streets of Atlanta. It
Mhm.
started on the west side, but then it ended up going to the south side and the east side, and the whole city was playing this song.
Oh
So
wow.
I would do shows for this song, and we would perform 3 songs, and one of the songs we performed before I would perform this song called Money was White Tea, and White Tea ended up getting big.
Yeah.
So I was at the radio from the radio station. It was at a middle school on Bankhead called West Fulton, doing like a pet rally type thing. He took
Mm-hmm.
his throws off and had his t-shirt. So all the kids started running around the gym screaming, yelling my White Tea.
Mm-hmm.
So he reached out to find out exactly who it was and whose song it was. And that kind of got us where we met Raheem and ended up getting on the radio. And the rest was history.
Now, when you mean Raheem, you mean Raheem the Dream?
Yeah, Raheem the Dream.
Oh, okay. Okay. He was just here. He did a thing with Kilo here in Alabama a few months ago, like a versus battle thing. I was
Mm-hmm.
there. So it was dope. It was really, really dope.
Yeah,
Um,
Kilo from Boy Home too.
is it?
Yeah, that's my
Oh
big brother.
yeah. Yeah, they man, when I tell you they brought back memories, they throw down that night. I feel like it was back in the time. They played all the jams. I was like, man, I'm sorry, I don't know who to go. Cause both of them did a really, really good job. And it just took me back in time. And that's what I enjoy. I couldn't miss it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, did you expect the song White Tea to take off like you did?
No, like I said, I never thought about being a rapper. I never took music serious. You know what I'm saying? I never in my whole career really took music serious. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? I just I I was I was I was gifted at something that I really didn't understand what I was gifted at because of
wow.
my mind state, my focus, stuff that I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? And music has never been something that I wanted to do. So I
Right.
never really.
But sitting here listening to you, don't you? I feel like God had a different plan for you than you had for yourself because you had talent and you didn't know that you had that talent. And like talking to you, like you wanted to be like you were going to be in the streets and you had whatever, you know, just doing typical things in the streets and you had no uh didn't even want to be a rapper. But sometimes the music, you don't have to choose music, it chooses you. So because you had that talent, you know, I feel like it was just nothing but God. So
No,
so,
no, it definitely was God because things don't even to this day the way we got on in the process and how short a time.
Right.
People don't get on that fast. People don't become, and I'm talking about like as a whole. The only person that did music before this was Jizzle. Jizzle
Okay.
been doing music since he was like 9 or 10 years old.
Oh,
But for
wow.
me, pimping, we never did music. We just started doing music, and within
Oh,
a
wow.
year of doing the music, we had a music deal. So like it was just organically. But I think that if I would have never went to college, I wouldn't be rapping.
Yeah.
So me
But
being ambitious so me having that ambition to be able to create something and to be able to get out of the hood and the project is really what sparked me up to even get a chance to rap.
right, because you got to think about it, you in Atlanta, that's where everybody want to be. It's a lot of opportunity in Atlanta that is not in other places. So even with that song, when it take out like it did, and back then it was it was the internet, but it wasn't as big as it is today. And so you guys' music was got you didn't need the social media to promote your music. It was your talent that helped you. Not saying that it's something wrong with social media, but I'm just saying back then we didn't have all that, and and people still noticed that music, good music that you all brought. And so you back then, we had to get, you had to sell albums. It was
Yeah,
like not you can't
uh,
just
that, and even back then, like even in what you just saying, like we been in Atlanta. You got to think though, back in this time when we first started, people weren't really fucking with Atlanta like that. Being
oh
honest, you know what I'm
really
saying? Yeah, you got to think. You got to think. We came in 2004.
yeah
Ti had just started rapping. People didn't really know who Ti was like that.
exactly
Only,
really
all the artists people really knew was
oh yeah
Outkast, Bob, JD, Ludacris, people
hmm
like. But then this whole wave that we did, people didn't understand it because you say it wasn't even no social media. We sold in 2005, we sold 1,000,000 records on our second album, and
right
we did that, and it wasn't no internet. The only thing you could do with internet was get ringtones on your phone.
exactly
You know what I'm
so
saying?
yeah
It broke the barrier for what Atlanta is right now. We really set that platform and built that groundwork for what Atlanta is right now.
you most definitely did. Um, now, how did you meet Jermaine Dupri, and how did you get all? How all did you get? Well, how did you meet Jermaine Dupri, and how did you all get signed to So Def?
Well, we met JD. I mean, back then, anything out of Atlanta, if it was a hot song out of Atlanta, JD remixed it. Like JD used to be the remix king.
Oh
You know what I'm saying?
wow,
Whatever song came out, JD would always do a remake or a remix of it. You know what I'm saying? So he remixed White Tea before. We got a chance to perform it with him at a Car and Bike show. I think it was in Dallas, Texas with Greg Street.
hmm
So he was asking us about our deal that we had with Universal. And we was like, they ain't really doing nothing with us. So Universal ended up getting us released. We got with JD. JD put our song, "Oh, I Think They Like Me," which was like the hottest song in the street behind White
Oh,
Tea.
you like me? Okay,
And so he did a remake of that. And he introduced it on the radio for his album and kind of gave us a contract with Capitol.
with Capital Records.
Yeah, see now the thing is it actually was Virgin at the time.
Okay,
Then it merged on Capitol next year, but we have never had a physical contract with JD with So Def. He just
really?
really, yeah, he was the president of Virgin when he
Okay,
signed.
okay,
He was the president of Virgin, of the urban department. So he the
okay.
one Virgin. We have never had a So Def contract. That's why I tell a lot of people, our success, I really give single-handedly to JD. Even though I know we did the music, we created the sound, but if it weren't for JD's stamp and what he did for us and signing us and really putting us on that major platform, I
Right,
don't think the sound would be as popular as it is right now.
right. Okay. Now, how was life for you during that time?
Um, I don't, I I was in the streets. Unfortunately, I probably caught the two worst charges that you can catch with being in the
Oh,
street. You know what I'm saying? Which is murder and trafficking. You know what I'm saying? And I caught in 2005, we had the number one single with "Oh, I Think They Like Me." And in
mm-hmm.
2006, we had "Lean with a Rock with it."
Right.
We the only group in the history of hip hop to have two number one singles back to back.
No,
In
okay.
2005, I ended up catching the murder charge. And in 2006, I got a trafficking charge. You know what I'm saying? But through the grace of God, and good character, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I ended up fighting through all that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's a
I'll
blessing.
be me being here today.
That's a blessing. That's a blessing. Now after finally making it to the big stage of that time, signed to a legendary record label with legendary artists, was it everything that you thought it was gonna be?
I ain't never think about music like that. I didn't care about being around celebrities. I'm from the projects. You know what I'm
No.
saying? I'm from the projects. I counted him over $1 million. I counted him over $1 million before I even got my first deal. You know what I'm saying? I done been around, like I say, Shawty Low I grew up with Shawty Low being in front of me. And one of my homeboys was one of the people that helped Low do what he, you know what I'm saying, build what he was building. They was friends. So like I've been around money and I've been around stuff like this my whole life. You know what I'm saying? And then we had a club called The Bounce, and it was right by my projects on Bankhead.
Okay.
And we seen a lot of celebrities. Everyone moved by celebrities. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know, it's the thing about Atlanta where we are own celebrities. We are own superstars. You know what I'm saying? So me being around celebrities ain't really moved me because I don't relate to them.
Okay. So how was it when you became a celebrity yourself?
I ain't never been a celebrity though. I never considered myself a celebrity. Even though I was on TV and doing stuff, I always been reachable. I always been the person that you see at the gas in the hood. I'm reachable. That's why I think my fan base and how I am right now is so popular, because I have always been connected to the streets. I've always been a voice of the hood. I've always been their face. You know what I'm saying? I want that person who got the check and moved to Buckhead and then nobody never seen me. I always been in the hood. Always.
Oh, wow. Okay. Now, what are some things you learned from the early years in music business? Anything you would have done different?
Yeah, I definitely would have took it more serious. I definitely want to understand the business, because we got a deal when nobody got deals. You know what I'm saying? We was the first group with a #1 song on the radio and wasn't signed. Nobody else never did that before. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't have nobody from our projects who had signed deals before but Kilo. But at the time, Kilo was locked up. So I didn't have nobody to advise me on what to do or how to do it. Our first deal with Universal, we didn't even have no manager. I got Kilo brother. Kilo brother was our manager. My big brother was our manager. I told his name Hard. I said, Hard, they said we can't be our own manager because it's a conflict of interest. So we need somebody to speak for us. And Kilo's brother, younger brother, his younger brother, he behind him, he was our manager.
Oh, wow.
So I didn't understand about management and managers and all that right there. My whole career only had really one true management. You know what I'm saying? And then when they came, management fee was like 20%. And we was like, we not getting nobody no 20%. You know what I'm saying? So we end up doing a management contract of like 12%. You know what I'm saying? Because we didn't understand, but we was hot and people wanted to work with us. We just like, man, we don't really, if it don't make street sense, we don't understand it.
Okay. Okay. Now, were you ever starstruck? And if so, who was it?
No, I can't name a time. Like I say, from the projects, I get excited about guys I can relate to. You know what I'm saying? And artists is not people that I get excited about like that. Like, I get excited to meet somebody like gangsters. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'd be excited to meet somebody like Castro or Pablo Escobar or something like that's what I was influenced about. Like, I like celebrities and I like, actors and stuff like that. But me being starstruck, no, you know what I'm saying? Because that's, like I say, that's not the things that I relate to. That's not the things that I'm built off of. You know what I'm saying? So, when I see stuff, I like people who done real things before. You know what I'm saying? In life that I can take and learn things from. Was not fabricated or wrote in a movie or made up, or, you know what I'm saying? I like intangible stuff, man. That's it.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. Now, what happened to them franchise boys? Like, did you guys break up? If you did, if you broke up, if so, why?
No, it's just I think it came to a point where the things that I wanted to do as a solo artist, it clashes with the group. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because I was a certain type of person, and I wanted to talk about gangster shit. You know what I'm saying? And so I kind of started doing my own thing. Like
Okay.
even after the first album, the other three group members wasn't even on Lean with it Rock with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Lean with the Rock with it was my song, and it was already #1 on the radio station in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
After I thought they liked me, I took three of the guys off and put the other three group members from the Franchise Boyz on the song. So I was already always creating my own path, and then she got to a point where I just wanted to do my own thing. So I let them keep doing their thing. And, you know, anything in time, as you start to get older,
Yeah.
and we started when we like 19 years old. So, you know, you start getting 23, 24, 25 years old, life started happening. You got kids, you got more bills, you got more people depending on you. So
Right.
life kind of in different ways. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think that it was real like a breakup. I just think that life really got the best of everybody.
Okay. Now, how did the beef between you guys and D4L start?
But see, the thing with D4L, we grew up with them guys. So like people would see it as beef, but it wasn't no beef. Beef was when people get fucked up. Like that's beef. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Ain't nobody get fucked up. I walk outside every day and see Charlotte right across the street. Like it was nothing. It was just shit that it was hood shit that they was trying to make industry, but we would never let them because if you really pay attention, people would say that from the music, but you never seen no public
Yeah.
beef or outcries or against from Franchise Boyz or D4L. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? What we had going on was internal with hood shit. So we handled it like that. It never reached the platform other than speculations of songs that people got.
Right. Right. Okay. Your opinion on what's your opinion on today's rap music?
Everything's evolved. I mean, I like it. For me to say anything besides I'm fucking with it or I like where it's going would be hypocrite on my behalf. Because shit, I came in with a new sound that nobody never heard. You see what I'm saying? It's music. Music changes. Music ain't gonna never stay the same. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Kids gonna evolve. Time's gonna evolve. Things gonna change. You know what I'm saying? And I'm with change. I like it. I like these young guys. I like how they can get them a check real fast. You know what I'm saying? I like that how they can make some money, take care of their
Okay.
family. I'm in all for it.
Okay. Now, what's your top 10 favorite rappers of all time?
Um, I don't know. See, it's hard for me too because, like I say, a lot of these guys who talk the stuff that they talk don't really be with the shit that they be saying. So for
Mm.
me, it's hard to take artists and digest it in a way that I need to digest it because it's just music. But
Yeah.
I don't. It's like music. I receive messages. You see what I'm saying? So the person that makes me think the most and makes me understand what I'm trying to do the most is the people who I like. But that's not like nobody just took the torch and ran with it. I like different artists for different things. Sometimes this artist give me this artist give me this. I like different songs. Artists change with times. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a fan of music and culture. You know what I'm saying? And if it can help me stay focused, and me staying focused is me remembering all the shit that I've been through and all the shit that I've seen. So when I listen to a lot of these young guys with this pain music, it helps me stay humble and really appreciate how far I done came. So, you know, I just like staying connected to the streets. So anything concerning the streets, I fuck with.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. What do you think about rappers that make it and stay in the street and like still out here and they get murdered? What do you think is the reason for do you think the rappers just can't lead it? What's your thoughts on that?
Lack of leadership. It's lack of leadership. You know what I'm saying? Um, when people do things they don't think, that means whoever they got around them not telling them the right things, or the people who they got around them they don't listen to, or if they don't listen to, that means they don't respect them. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be strong, if you want to be do anything, you surround yourself by great people. You know what I'm saying? If you surround yourself around people who doing bullshit all the time, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna do bullshit. I'm not the type of person to tell somebody what to do, how to do it, when to do it. Because there's a point of time in a situation, in a scenario that you bring up, there's a one point in time I was that young kid. You see what I'm saying? The only thing I say is, man, whatever you want to do, inspire life, get around people, force yourself around people. You know what I'm saying? Who inspire you and who you look up to. You know what I'm saying? No matter what you got to do. And if you do that, you'll put yourself in good company.
Okay. Now, what's one thing you wish you could change in Black communities, in the Black community?
It's not nothing that I necessarily would change. I love my Black people. I just think it's a thing of all people. It's people don't deal with information. You know what I'm saying? And anytime you don't deal with information, you're starting to make emotional decisions.
Yeah. So if
you deal with information, it's impossible to make a decision based on feelings.
Right.
Because you make a decision based off the rules and the facts in your face. If I go outside and it's raining, guess what I know I got to do? Take me an umbrella or put a hat on my head, or I'm gonna get rained on. So when I see that, I grab an umbrella.
So you think that one thing we're lacking in our Black community is knowledge?
Yeah, and I think what people's lacking, period, is information, not necessarily knowledge.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But information gives you knowledge. Because when you acquire a lot of information, then you understand a lot of things.
Exactly.
And you can't do anything or make a decision based on anything unless you understand the information that's dealing with it.
Exactly.
So when you deal with information, you make better decisions. You see what I'm saying? Me getting into a record deal, I got to understand royalties and publishing and management and promotion fees and all the other things that come along with it. So when I negotiate my deal, I can negotiate that into my deal. That's called having information. Or even whatever, you can put it in life, even with a friendship or with whatever. You know what I'm saying? You can choose by what you do on the information that you have. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people put you in a situation, not caring about put you in a situation because they trying to get out of a situation.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people put themselves in a situation because they don't understand.
Right.
If you give somebody some money and it's hard for you to get your money back, you don't lend them no more motherfucking money. Because
Right.
if not, it's going to be too hard for you to get your money back.
That's right.
Now you information.
Right.
So now you don't make it based on emotions. Because whatever that you make, it's going to be emotional decision because you're going to deal with emotions afterwards. So it's either I don't have the money and you be mad at me and we lose a friendship, cool, I'm with that. Or I give you the money and I'm mad at you because you ain't paying me my money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you have information, you don't put yourself in fucked up situations. And I just think Black community, we make a lot of decisions based on emotions.
Exactly.
You know really knowing the details and the factors. If your kid was outside and he came in the house with a black eye and he said some kids jumped on him, you are running outside as fast as you can to fucking fuck up or to talk to anybody you can. You know why? Because you're not dealing with information.
Right. You're going off.
Well, who the fuck don't black your eye?
Right.
who did what? It's okay to be emotional, but not to make decisions based on your emotions. So now you go out there and say what happened, and you go talk to the people, then you find out the story, then you find out, no, they was happy, boy, they was playing, he swung the back and hit him in the eye.
Right. It's a whole different story.
You see what I'm saying? That changed your emotions. But if you go into like, I take this like you say, like young Black kids. When somebody say something to them, they mad. The first thing they want to go do is want to go shoot something.
Right.
That 4 seconds of anger and you're not thinking about what you're doing can send you to jail for the rest of your life.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So you making the emotional decision can really put you at harm and the people around you at harm, innocent bystander. So anytime you're doing something, I just feel like you got to deal with information. Get as much information as you can before you make a decision based on something. And I think if you're in the Black community, then I think that we won't be so emotional. You know what I'm saying? And another thing is in the Black community is the support. I don't think we support each other like we should.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we don't. And it's sad. But I like you said, lack of information. And that's the reason why you know, the community is like it is today. Now, as far as music, are you are you still doing music?
Yeah, I still do the music. I dropped EP last year. I think it's 2020, 2019.
Okay.
Because everybody ain't living real.
Okay.
Like the music is okay to me. Like I said, I never really wanted to be a rapper. So it's not necessarily a passion of mine. You know what I'm saying? I did it because I was gifted at it, but I
Okay.
think music helped me to another gateway to be able to communicate with people because of who I am. You know what I'm saying? So now people listen to me more. So now by people listening to me more, that means whatever message I get out there will be receptive. You know what I'm saying? I think that I did with music for me to be here now. Like with my podcast, I got the fastest growing urban podcast, especially in the South.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So like me being able to speak on all these situations and experiences is what I think that prepared me for in this moment, you know what I'm saying, or going through everything that I went through then.
Okay. So tell me, what would you tell the fans or any upcoming artist or rapper that's trying to get into the industry? What kind of information that or a message that you'll leave for them that's want to be in the music industry?
Do it because you like to. If you're trying to get a check, you're losing already. You're gonna start out you're gonna start out losing already.
Right.
Do it like to do music. You know what I'm saying? If you like to do anything, you'll just do it because you like to do it. And through your passion and hard work and the time that you put in, you'll be rewarded. Everybody ain't blessed. Everybody path different. So just because this got on, just because we got on in 8 months to a year, doesn't mean you're gonna get on in 8 months to a year. You know what I'm saying? And if you do it because you like to do it, it continue to propel you forward. It's like people who like to play basketball. They're not playing in the league, but I know people who go play basketball every day, every other day, at least 3 times a week. And they in their 40s. You know what I'm saying? It's because they like playing basketball. You see what I'm saying? So I just feel like if you want to do music, do it because you like it. Don't do it because you're trying to get a check. Don't do it because you want some change. Don't do it because that. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't have no passion into it. You know what I'm saying? You have to have passion. Kobe had passion. Kobe wanted to be the best basketball player ever. So he spent time on doing that. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? I just feel like a lot of artists don't put in a lot of grind, but they want to kickback though.
Exactly. All right. Well, thank you so much for taking the time out to take this interview with us today. I really appreciate it. It was a lot of information. So for the fans, they know where to follow you now on social media. We're definitely going to dig into that podcast. Can you kind of tell us what days are you live on the podcast, or you just record it and then post it? So because we need to get more people, I want to make sure people are following and getting that information, because they need to, need to hear some positive sometimes, and and like you said, you're in the hood, so a lot of people look up to you, and so some people are lacking that, and they need probably just, if even just to get on the podcast and hear some of the stuff that you have to talk about can help somebody.
Oh no, that's what I do. Like everything I talk about in my podcast. Well, I got 2 podcasts. I got one called OG Talk. OG Talk, we interview a lot of the OGs, you know what I'm saying, in the game who has knowledge and have been through a lot of things.
Okay.
Partner with Parlae, I do it with a lot of my younger guys. And like that's really have been growing legs and really just been taking off. And I just talk, I talk street shit. I talk logical shit. I talk things that can help people from, like, my thing is with this podcast is don't nobody dedicate for the streets.
Right.
Nothing does. But everything come eat off the streets. Everybody want to come take street culture. Everybody want to stay their street. But who is the thing of giving out information that can help street niggas?
Right.
And I just want to be a platform to have them dialogues to help people understand their thinking mentality, what they doing, how they doing, what they talking about, and to give people outlets in different ways on trying to do different things. You see what I'm saying? And so anybody watch the podcast, you can find it on YouTube, on OG Talk, or you can find us on Instagram. Instagram in departments, INDAPARTMENTS. You know what I'm saying? In departments. and just tap in. You know what I'm saying? All my artists, you know what I'm saying? I don't do just artists and rappers and actors and celebrities. I do regular people. I do anybody with a story and a message. You know what I'm saying? To continue to spread the message, because everybody done been through something different. So everybody tells a different story, and I just feel like all stories are important.
Right. Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming on again. I really appreciate it. For you taking out your busy day to talk with us and come on the show. Hopefully we can get you back one day in the future. If you're not too busy, and just talk about, whatever, or doesn't matter. But like I said, I appreciate you for coming on and taking the time out to talk to us. Thank you so much for coming, and you have a great night.
I thank y'all too, man. You have a great night too. Real Talk with Sharon.
All right, that's what's up.